Okay, all right. Hi, Jim Maley, Mayor of Collingswood here. Kevin Carey, our police chief, is here as well. We've gotten a number of questions, inquiries, emails from people. Also, we're just kind of taking a look at ourselves and doing a new review of what we're doing in light of the horribly tragic events, the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. And we wanted to try to address a little bit about what Collingswood has done, what we are doing, and what we will continue to do. Just to there's efforts being made here. So, Kevin.
Yeah, so as the mayor noted, I've received multiple inquiries today regarding de-escalation training, body-worn cameras, and policies of the Collingswood Police Department as they relate to use of force. These requests come as people seek information in their own communities after the incident surrounding the tragic death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Although hundreds of miles away, these actions resonate throughout the country and certainly hit home for some here in Collingswood. While watching the video myself, I was incredibly disturbed and found myself at a loss for words. What occurred goes against law enforcement principles of serving and protecting our community and the basic preservation and sanctity of life. These actions tarnish the honorable law enforcement profession across the country, including here in Collingswood, and I commend the swift actions of the Minneapolis police chief in the dismissal of the 4 officers involved in this incident. Law enforcement agencies across the country have made tremendous steps in cultivating and in some cases restoring trust in communities that we serve. Collingswood is no different, as we have taken progressive steps to build the trust and legitimacy within our own community. To name a few, we have specialized crisis intervention training, which provides law enforcement officers with knowledge and skills that allow them to respond to individuals in psychiatric crisis in a manner that minimizes the potential for injury. The de-escalation techniques learned in these training not only serves the men and women of the department well when dealing with those in crisis, but also serves as valuable in safely helping those in mental health crisis and to de-escalate incidents that, without training, have the potential to erupt into much more dangerous situations for all. Additionally, we have teamed up with the ALCU of New Jersey to establish mandatory training within the department to help recognize issues regarding police work and civil rights liberties. Typically, this relationship would be seen as kind of the Hatfields and McCoys. They're on separate sides of the aisle and adversarial. However, here in Collingswood, we recognize the ALCU as an important community partner in our continual support to equip our officers with the tools necessary to carry out their job with the utmost respect and compassion for the members of our community. Collingswood Police Department will continue to make strides to reinforce community trust through our core values of service, integrity, respect, and compassion. We understand the importance of transparency and how this can help to maintain the sometimes fragile relationship and feeling of trust within a community. These things can't be taken for granted, and that is because they can dissolve just as quickly as they are formed. And it is our goal to build an honest and respectful relationship with the community we serve. We've already done so, and we continue on continuing that. I hope everyone will join me in coming together as a community to grieve the loss of Mr. Floyd and thinking of his family during this very, very difficult time. It is a tragic and senseless loss, but let's take the opportunity to show that we're a tremendous community bond here in Collingswood, one built of mutual respect we have for one another. Just move forward together as one. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. I want to just emphasize 3 different things. One is we've gotten a lot of questions about whether our officers have body cams. We don't have body cams. Every car is equipped with a camera. Those cameras are reviewed periodically to make sure we're following best practices. They're always available in case an incident occurs. It's really pretty much a function of dollars. We have not invested in that. We will look at it down the road. Remember, right now we are spending about $10–11 million on state-of-the-art facilities. We've been our police and fire department have been in facilities that have been, I always say it's from back in the days of Andy and Barney. It's they're really old. So we're investing a lot of money in our police and fire departments. Body cams is on the list. With any luck, there's some grant money that comes out of all this, and we will certainly look at it. We haven't not done it for any particular reason. Second thing I want to emphasize is the ACLU, the program that Kevin refers to on the training is really considered the premier state of the art. It is the training. It's being trained by folks who are most concerned about any civil rights violations, and we've been doing that for some time now. And the last I want to emphasize to you is I've seen articles about and I don't know if they're true or not, but I've seen articles about the kind of the record of the police officer involved. That this is not the first incident. It seems as though there's a lot of incidents that have occurred that are a bit troubling. I want you to know that is, we just have no tolerance for it. And we've got a pretty recent incident with, back a few years ago with one of our officers. Now, listen, we've been blessed with a great force, great men and women that have served us, but it's not perfect. And we have had one that was involved in some violent incident outside of the workplace, not part of the workplace. But we took a position that that termination was the only option, and litigate for years, fights for a long time, when it would have been made probably a little more financial sense to just settle, resolve it, make the litigation end. But we pursued it to the end because we really felt that it was not a person who should be wearing the uniform. And so the borough's got a record of no tolerance for any misconduct. We address it as it comes up. Thankfully, we don't have that many instances when we have to address it. So want you all to just simply be aware. Chief, anything else?
Just very quickly with that too, Mayor. So on our website, we do have an early intervention program here in Collingswood, and that policy is posted up on our Collingswood website under the police tab as well for those to review. So we're continually monitoring those use of force issues and making sure that early intervention signs are seen and intervention is taken.
Yeah, so that's to protect the officers. That's an officer that's having some troubles that keep track of them. Yeah, our police force has been pretty much ahead of the curve on a lot of issues. Mental health training. We're part of the crisis team. We were one of the first in the county to begin that process under Chief Garrity, and it's worked great. So we wanted to give you this quick update. Our sympathies and condolences to the Floyd family, even though they're far away. We did know them a few days ago. Just everyone, our heart grieves for them. If you have any questions or comments or want to know anything else, don't hesitate to email us, as a number of you already have. But please don't hesitate to contact us for any of this. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.